Are you the type of person that focus on what they get during the day instead of focusing on their journey? In our society, when people love to buy new things, people tend to forget the journey. Because when you think of a growth mindset, you need to think of your journey when you achieve what you're looking for. Because keep in mind that if you do not enjoy the journey, how can you be really happy? Welcome to my channel. My name is Alain Faber. I'm a high school teacher, a parent, and a growth mindset explorer. My goal with this channel is to show you how learning new skills can help you make the world a better place for your life, but also for your business and for any other projects you may be working on. The topic of enjoying the journey instead of the end result came about because I was doing some cleaning at home today. And I realized that my kids were looking at their old projects, and they were saying that, well, they were not very good back then. And I was trying to share with them that the idea is not to be upset that you were not very good back then. Oh, there's a wasp. You can go. It's not that they were not good back then. It's because they've grown. And the idea is I want to show them that a growth mindset is for them to think about the fact that the journey of learning, the journey of going from grade 3 to 4, grade 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7 and beyond is a journey. And if you focus on the journey, you will be able to celebrate the wins that you have. You'll be able to celebrate the learning you do every day. And then you'll be able to focus not only on what you're aiming for, but also on the journey, because it's when you're learning that you can achieve what you're looking for, but also learn what's needed to go to a step beyond when you get there. I was also thinking of my students when I'm doing science labs, and often we do, at the beginning of the semester, I often hear students saying, well, I'm not good in this, I'm not good at that. And I'm trying to figure out, well, if you're not good at that, why are you just focusing on the fact that you're not good at something? But see how much you've grown in the past to get to where you are at that point. Because this discussion is important. Because in high school, I have 5 months to work with them to try to get them to reach a new level. But the idea is not to reach a new level. The idea is to focus on the journey of 5 months, realizing that they've learned something, so that when they go beyond, they realize that they can learn. Because if you know that you can learn, then the sky is the limit. But you have to realize that sometimes you might need a little time to learn. Some people may need more time to learn, and that's okay. You have to work with the skills you have and work with how good you can do different things. But learning is possible for everybody. Another story I have is about the gym. If you think of going to the gym and getting stronger, losing weight, you cannot just focus on the end result. That's a bit what happened last year, where I worked on my health for 6 months, and it worked beautifully well. On the other hand, when I reached my goal, few things happened, and then I lost track of what I wanted to do because I had focused on the goal more than the process. So I'm starting again the whole process and realizing that there's a lot of learning that I did back then, but there's still lots of learning I have to do right now. That wasp is still playing. If you have a business, how important is the journey compared to the end goal? Well, I'll tell you. If you are aiming to get a contract and you get it, wonderful. Your company is one step further for success. On the other hand, if you just focus on getting a contract and forget to focus on the process to get contracts, you might forget that once you have a contract, you need to work on getting a second one and a third one. And that's when learning is important. Because when you are focusing on the process to achieve a goal, for example, a project with this company or with a specific number of dollars for the contract, you realize that you've learned from there, and then you can go to the next step. Either get more contracts that are similar or go for bigger contracts. And for that, you need to set processes, there you go, because a process can be repeated, and you can fine-tune your process to make it better. And what is a process? A process is the idea of a growth mindset. You're creating process to achieve goals making you to learn, and from there, you get even better. That's what I'm trying with my YouTube channel. Working on different videos, learning new skills, realizing that some of the ideas I have are not working, trying to focus on process so that when I have less time, I can work on videos. When I have more times, I can focus on trying new things. But for that, I need to focus on the journey, because what is the end result? One more subscriber, 100,000 more subscriber, even more. The idea is the journey. I'm learning so much, and I want you to focus on the learning aspect of your journey. On this, I have 3 tips for you to focus on the growth mindset and focusing on the journey and not just the end result. So my first one is to have a vision board. But on top of the vision board, I want you to have an achievement board. So that means that you have your vision board with what you're aiming for. You also have what you need to do to reach that. But when you've reached those goals, it's for you to transfer that goal to something you've done, and you put it on the achievement board. Because as you look at your vision board, it's important to look back and look at your achievement boards to realize how much you've grown, how much your goals were great back then, and how much you've grown. It's important to realize that we grow. If you forget to celebrate your growth, then you won't appreciate how much better you are today compared to how you were a year ago or 10 years ago. My second tip is for you with the achievement board is to reflect on your successes. Often we have a success and we have so many things on the go that we forget to celebrate. Celebrating success gives you a chance to see what you've done, see what you have to learn, what you had to learn, so that you are becoming a better person. It's important to reflect on that, because if you don't reflect, how can you actually self-actualize this experience to make yourself a better version of who you are? So keep that in mind. You need to reflect. Some people will say you need to meditate. Oh, it's similar. Meditate on who you are, what you've learned, so that the next time you have to do something, you'll even be better. And my last tip is about telling stories. It's easy to tell stories to kids, to teenagers, to family members, to friends. But realize that when you tell stories and you keep them lighthearted, what happens is people enjoy the stories, they laugh about it, they laugh how much you've grown, how much you may be better right now, how much you are a much better person. Because your stories will tell others what you've done to achieve your goals. And you know what? The stories will be what people remember. So by telling stories, you help others understand your perspective. You'll help others grow as well, because it could be lonely to be on the growth mindset journey. On the other hand, if you have stories, you can share your journey with others, and then they can join you in your journey. How amazing is that? My call to action, my last call for today is for you to celebrate the wins you've had this week. So I'm sure today's Saturday. I'm sure you've done a few things this week that you're proud of. I want you to take some time to appreciate the great things you've done. I don't know how you celebrate. It could be a tea. It could be joining with friends. It could be watching a movie. It could be going for a great walk. Take care of yourself, because you deserve it. Tell yourself, take a moment. I want you to tell yourself, I deserve to celebrate what I've done this week. On this, I'm going to leave here a link to my playlist, my video playlist on my best life journey, where you can find tons of videos on my journey and your journey on learning, our journey on learning new skills to make the world a better place. I'll see you in the next video.